Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more Arma 3. Now, I'm actually playing something I wouldn't normally do, actually, because I'm not normally into the sort of flight simulation part of the Arma side. You know, I've looked at a lot of the jets before and sort of, I'll say, reviewed them. But this is actually one of the first sort of mod mission sort of games that is actually stayed inside of my Steam collection. I've got sort of a top 10, I would say, it's fair to say. I've got a top 10 of, you know, missions I always play, like Invasion and Annex, you know, obviously Zeus is fantastic. You know, there's a lot of mods that I play. Wasteland's pretty cool, I like that as well, you know, for the multiplayer aspect of it. King of the Hill's quite good. You know, and this, for me, would normally be the last thing that would actually be in my probably sort of top 10 Arma sort of mods. For the very reason is I always found that the planes were good. I didn't mind them, but the issue that I always had with them was really to do with the fact that I felt like you take off, you land. You take off, you land, that's it. And what this mod's brought to the table, it's actually brought in an objective-based flying simulation, which I think is fantastic. For me, who's an absolute useless pilot and, you know, fighter pilot, it's sort of helping me out because it's actually making me a little bit want to actually, you know, I feel like there's a purpose now because I'm actually doing something, you know what I mean? I actually really enjoy it. So I suggest, guys, you definitely give this a go, even if you're not a sort of a flight, you know, sim sort of person. If you like flight sims and this sort, that sort of stuff, you're going to love this, guys. It's fantastic. It's really, really good fun. Now, let me explain how it works. So, as you can see, I picked up my suit. You jump in. We start up in a second. And I'll show you my awful pilot skills. It's not about my pilot skills today. It's just to show you and make you aware of this this mod. It's not actually a mod. It's actually a mission, actually, guys. So you don't actually install anything. You just go directly to the Steam library and just click on subscribe, and jobs are good. And so this is where you start. This is where I am. This is the rescue base where the helicopters are based. And this is also where you are just up here on this little hill. You've got rescue helicopters. There's two sides. There's your rescue helicopters, and which I'm probably going to need. These ones over here are rescue helicopters that rescue you. So if your propeller breaks and you're like miles out, you can call for an air evac, and he will come and pick you up and then drop you off back here. So it's pretty cool. Now what you've got as well, you've got service. Service actually, basically, it does exactly what it says on the tin. If you're flying out and you damage your rotor or you come under fire, you land on the pad, and the pad goes for a repairing process. Takes a little while to do, which I like because it's more realistic, and also you can refuel there. Now the idea of this sort of mod is let's have a look. I keep calling it a mod, really a mission. We're going to go and save this guy out here. I've got to extract. This guy's been shot. I had a message. You missed it a minute ago. He's been shot with a shotgun, and shotgun wound, and I've got to go and basically evac him and get him back to here, which is the hospital. So here we go, ready to crash. Hopefully I'm not going to crash immediately. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to definitely be turning auto hover on because I'm an actually useless pilot. And then we're going to go up, get a bit of height, just going for the basic flight checks, guys. I wonder if, I actually don't know, guys, let me know in the comments. Do you reckon they use auto hover on when they're actually in real helicopters? I'm not really sure. Let's start bringing it about now. Right, so we're going, it looks like about 800 out, so it's a fair bit. I'm going to head over this way. I'm not too bad flying, guys. Where I struggle is the landing and taking off, but, you know, like I said, I mean, you guys are probably... I've even actually started using the Xbox controller now. It is slightly better, but I'm not experienced enough to really sort of be like some MOG pro, you know what I mean? So it's going to be a bumpy landing. Probably going to be more traumatic for the guy I'm picking up with a gunshot wound. So we're flying around now. Now there is, when you actually start the mission, there's a few settings you can actually set. You can actually like set the weather conditions. I just went for, I'm going to say the easy option, guys. I picked daytime and clear sky. I didn't want to play at night, but you can select random, and then obviously you go through the day and night cycles and all that sort of stuff. So it depends whatever, I suppose, how experienced you are. For me, as being a bit of a noob flyer, then I suggested to myself that I should go for that option. I wonder if we can have a peek outside. I don't actually press any other buttons there because I'm actually not totally familiar with all the controls, which is never really good when you're manning a probably best part of a 10-ton helicopter. But anyway, just as well it's a simulation, it's not real. I like the fact that when you're entering the helicopter as well, the gauges move. I think that's pretty cool. I'm actually flying relatively low actually for a helicopter, but then one of the reasons I was actually doing that is because there is actually gunfire here, guys. You can come under gunfire. So I'm just trying to avoid that at the same time. And there's actually artillery rounds, sort of mortars and all sorts of stuff that you can come under attack. So it's about 1,000 out now, so should make that up quite quickly. Probably want to start slowing down, don't I? Start slowing down now. Maybe start going down now. Let's turn it on now. Might even get that about right. So we're going to assess the situation. Let's have a look now. He's around about just directly below me, it looks like. Let's have a look, see if I can have a pan around in a second. Looks like I might actually land right on his head there. I might have actually got a bit of lucky there. Jet flying over. Whoa, that was a bit blooming close, wasn't it? Can't see it. Oh, look, it's over the smoke over there. See if we can pan over that way a little bit. Don't know how close you actually got to get before he actually sort of moves towards you. So I can see the police cordon there. I know he's asking me sort of just to move down that way, so I'm going to try and start going down a little bit now. Don't think he actually... It's actually... I think it's that guy in... Oh! Move over a little bit more. Just want to hit that post. I don't know if I can actually land. Just try landing here. Is he actually going to board there? Normally comes up with boarding. There we go, boarding. There we go. So not too bad. Bit of a bumpy landing. I had to go for the noob mode with the auto hover thing, but hey. The purpose of today really is just to make you aware of this, guys, so I think it's fantastic. It's good fun. I've actually been playing it quite a bit. I actually initially went to make this video, guys, and I ended up playing for about 4 hours. I actually played until I had no helicopters left and I just messed everything up. Oh, he's in. So up we go. Let's turn the old... let's not turn the engine off. Not a good idea. What we probably want to do, just we go back into this view because it's a bit more... lights off, lights on. So, uh-oh. That was very close. I actually did select engine off there, which is something that you should probably never do. And actually, what I'm going to do, let's just go back into the map and just set my waypoint of where we're going. I think we're obviously going back to quite far out, actually. Let's have a look. We're going to the drop-off zone, aren't we? So we're just going over here. Zoom in a bit, actually, make it a bit accurate. There we go. And off we go. So I've picked the man up in the back now with his gunshot wounds, bless him. Whoop. Probably a bit too low. That's very, very low. Not a problem. Totally planned that. This would probably be fantastic. I mean, I've never really sort of gotten into the sticks aspect of really any simulation, really. Purely on the basis that my, the lifestyle I've got, and I don't have really the space to have that sort of equipment at the moment. But maybe further on down the line, I definitely would. Something I always wanted to try. But like I said, at the moment, it's a lot easier to put the Xbox controller in the drawer. I know it's not the ideal solution, and if you had the full controls on this, it would be absolutely fantastic. There's no doubt about it. So heading back now, following the same route as before. Not too far out. I'll show you what happens when you drop these guys off. There's all sorts of I like the fact as well, the landing zones are pretty good, because like most sort of, normally when you're flying a plane or you're flying a helicopter in Arma, you land on a pad, right? Where it's going to make you land in very tricky areas. The first one was quite easy on the road. The next one will get a little bit harder. And no doubt there'll be plenty of pylons and all sorts of stuff, obstacles in the way to make it difficult for you to actually land the helicopter, which is sort of like as well, because you need to test yourself. Because the reality is, in this game, you're more than likely going to have them scenarios, quite often. So just sort of just doing a bit of a mountain pass here, just to make it a little bit more eventful on the way back, without crashing. I'm alright when I'm in the air. It's just the landing thing. I just find it difficult. I think once I've done a lot more, quite a few more hours, I might get a little bit better. I'm just a bit of a slow learner, really, with stuff like this. So we're heading back anyway. We're nearly there now. Sort of probably want to start slowing down about now, don't I? Because I know we're trying to slow down within 1,000 or something. It's just quite high as well. See it coming up, so I'm probably going to put that on now. Let's go into change my view, go into cheat mode. Start dropping down as well. Lovely view, fantastic game this. I mean, come on, just looks absolutely amazing. Prefer the clear skies. I did play a couple of rounds in the dark, but when you're not a good pilot, it's not the best thing to do. Now, to actually drop them off, I actually originally thought that to drop them off, you actually land outside the hospital, but you actually have to land on the actual. I'm just going to nudge it forward a little bit. Probably want to go auto hover off here, but if I do that, I know what I'll do. I'll just fly about 6 miles past it, and then we'll just be here all bloody day. So I might as well just nudge it forward like this. Now, one thing I did notice before, which was a bit weird, you don't actually have to have to land on it. You can actually just touch it, and the man just bails out. Which you'll soon see. So I'm very misinterpreting for me. I'm trying to work out how close I am. It looks close. I'm not that close, am I? That will do it. I know what you're thinking. That looks mad, but he will get out there. There we go. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, task complete. Hang on, is he down there? Oh man, not good. Well, apart from... It's alright. Oh my god, I just got to watch what happens. Is he going to get out? Like I said about landing, that was not a good plan. Man down. While we're here, actually, what we could actually do now, if I just get my bearings and find out where the other bay is. Oh, it's just there, right next to us. Extract, it better not be extracting him down there. Oh, look, he's actually getting him up. It looks like the medic's down there trying to help him out. I feel a bit sorry for the guy now. What we can actually do now is actually, while we're here, then turn the auto hover off, but let's just try it. Probably want to go into a different view, don't I? What do you reckon? Actually, no. I think that's a bad idea. What I was thinking about doing is just shifting over this way a little bit, and I'll show you the... See if we can land down here quickly. Let's just turn that. I'm going to turn that back on because it's just going to end up in tears otherwise. I wish I was a good pilot, guys. I wish I could go without auto hover, but thank God it's in the game because otherwise it'd just be horrendous for me. I'll be here. I actually could do it. I'll just be here all blooming day, go bobbing back and forward. Just see if I can get over there a bit closer. I'm on a tree. Looks safe. Crates are there, it's not good. Yeah, that looks good. So basically look on it, you can see up there, I know it's a bit glitched out at the moment. Service complete, and you just basically sit there, you refuel, and away you go. Whew, I can rest now, guys, panic over. Believe it or not, I saved a man. I know it didn't look good. His ending didn't look good at the end. Let's just hope he's alright and, you know, he lives to tell another story. You can see actually repairs are going on there, actually. Service complete. All service repaired. 200 seconds. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that, well, it didn't go that bad for me there. It could have gone a lot worse. I could have crashed. But the purpose was really just to give you an idea. I mean, if you're into, even like for me, guys, I'm a useless pilot. you know, if you do it over and over again, you will get better. And when I'm on my own, I turn auto hover off. But honestly, guys, it's just crazy. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, look, I suggest you go and give this a go because it is actually really good fun. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.